Hey, little thinkers.
Let's think big.
Hello there, little thinkers. Welcome to another mind-boggling adventure with Ben and Pia. Have you got your thinking caps on tight? Because today we're diving into something absolutely brain-tastic.
Oh my goodness, Ben. I'm practically bouncing with excitement. Today, we discovered something so thinkalicious about sea otters that it made my curiosity engine start purring like a happy cat.
Pia, you're going to love this. Picture this. Sea otters have their very own rock collection. But not just any rocks. These fuzzy little ocean swimmers have special pockets under their arms where they keep their favorite rocks.
Wait. You mean these adorable floating furballs have built-in backpacks? Under their arms? That's like having secret treasure pouches. My brain just hit the jackpot with wonder.
Exactly, and here's the mind-blowing part. They don't just grab any old rock. Oh no! These otters are picky rock collectors. They search and search until they find the perfect stone, just like when you're looking for the perfect crayon for your drawing.
That's absolutely brain-popping. So they're like underwater rock shoppers. I can just imagine an otter thinking, this rock is too big, this one's too small, but this one is just right.
Ha ha ha! You're painting the perfect picture, Pia. And get this. Once they find their special rock, they keep it for a really long time. Some otters use the same rock for months or even years. It becomes their favorite tool.
Oh, my colorful mind. That's like having a favorite spoon or a favorite pencil. The otter gets attached to its rock. But Ben, what do they actually do with these precious stones?
Aha! Here comes the coolest part. When otters find yummy clams or mussels with super hard shells, they float on their backs and use their special rock like a hammer. Kaboom! They bash the shells right on their fluffy bellies.
Holy guacamole! So their belly becomes a dinner table and their rock becomes a nutcracker. That's the most adorable problem-solving I've ever heard. Idea explosion in my head right now.
Thinkalicious observation, Pia. But here's what makes me wonder. Why do otters get so attached to one particular rock? I mean, there are millions of rocks in the ocean. What makes one rock so special?
Ooh, that's a brain twister. Maybe it's like when you have a favorite stuffed animal or lucky penny. Sometimes things become special, not because they're different, but because we've used them so much that they feel like part of us.
Bullseye, Pia! You just made my brain do somersaults. The otter learns exactly how that rock feels in its paws, how heavy it is, how it sounds when it hits shells. It's like the rock becomes an extension of the otter's body.
Mind spark. That's like how a baseball player might have a favorite bat, or how you might have a favorite crayon that just feels right in your fingers. The otter and its rock become a team.
Absolutely brain-tastic. And here's something that'll make you giggle. Scientists have watched otters for hours, and they've seen otters actually grooming their rocks. Like brushing them clean and checking them over.
What? They brush their rocks? That's like brushing your teeth, but for your favorite tool. I'm picturing an otter with a tiny rock toothbrush. My curiosity engine is purring so loud right now.
Ha 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 ha! That mental picture is wonderful. But it makes me think about something interesting. We humans have favorite tools too, don't we? What's your favorite tool, Pia?
Let me think. I have a favorite pen that writes so smoothly, and a favorite mixing spoon for baking cookies. Oh, and my favorite thinking chair, where all my best ideas pop up. What about you, Ben?
I have this old coffee mug that fits perfectly in my hands for morning thinking time. And a special notebook where I write down all my wonder questions. It's like these objects become part of how we think and work.
Wonder waves are washing over me. So humans and otters both form special connections with our tools. But Ben, here's a silly question. Should we all get special rocks like otters do?
That's not silly at all. That's brilliant thinking. But where would we keep our special rocks? Otters have those handy armpit pockets, but humans don't have built-in storage compartments.
Ha 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 ha! Can you imagine if humans had armpit pockets? We'd be walking around with all sorts of treasures tucked under our arms. Keys, snacks, favorite rocks, maybe even a pet hamster.
Brain-tastic imagination. Pia? But seriously, what if we did carry special rocks? Not for cracking shells like otters, but maybe as thinking stones. Something smooth to hold when we're pondering big questions?
Oh my goodness, a thinking stone. That's thinkalicious. Some people do carry worry stones, smooth rocks they rub when they're nervous. It could help our brains focus, like how holding a favorite stuffed animal makes you feel calm.
Exactly, and different rocks could be for different types of thinking. A smooth river rock for calm thinking, a sparkly crystal for creative thinking, maybe a bumpy rock for solving tricky problems.
My brain is doing somersaults with all these possibilities. But wait, where would we keep our human thinking rocks? In our pockets? In a special thinking rock bag? Under our pillows?
That's a wonderful puzzle. Maybe we could have thinking rock collections on our desks or special rock gardens in our yards. Unlike otters who need their rocks for survival, we could make rock collecting into an art of peaceful thinking.
Idea explosion. What if schools had thinking rock libraries? Kids could check out different rocks for different subjects. A geology rock for science class, a smooth marble for math problems, a colorful stone for art projects.
Holy knowledge lightning. That's brilliant, Pia. But here's something fascinating. The otter doesn't choose its rock just because it's pretty. The otter picks the rock that works best for its specific job. Function over beauty.
That's a brain twister. So the otter is like a practical engineer. It tests rocks the way we might test different pencils to see which one draws the smoothest lines. The best tool isn't always the prettiest one.
Bullseye. And think about this. Baby otters have to learn how to use rocks. Their mamas show them how to hold the rock, how to position the shell, how hard to hit. It's like rock cracking school.
My curiosity engine is purring like crazy, so there are otter professors teaching baby otter rock science. Today's lesson class, the proper angle for optimal shell smashing. That's absolutely adorable.
Professor Otter with a tiny graduation cap. But seriously, this shows how important it is to learn from others. Humans do this too. We learn to use tools by watching and practicing.
Thinkalicious connection. When I learned to use chopsticks, my grandmother showed me over and over until my fingers remembered the right way to hold them. Learning tools is like learning a special dance with your hands.
That's beautiful, Pia. And here's something mind-boggling. Scientists think otters might have been using rocks for millions of years. They're one of the few animals that consistently use tools in the wild.
Millions of years? That means otter great times a million grandparents were also rock collectors. It's like an ancient family tradition passed down through otter generations. K-boom.
Exactly. Can you imagine the very first otter who discovered that rocks could crack shells? That little furry genius probably felt like they'd invented the most amazing thing ever. A real eureka moment.
Mind spark. That first otter was like the Thomas Edison of the sea, except instead of inventing the light bulb, they invented the shell cracker. I wonder if other otters thought they were crazy at first.
Aha! Look, everyone, I'm going to hit this shell with a rock. And the other otters probably said, that's the silliest thing we've ever heard. But then, crack! Out came delicious clam meat.
And suddenly all the otters were like, teach us, oh wise rock-wielding otter. It makes me wonder, what everyday problems could we solve if we thought like creative otters?
That's a brain-tastic question. Maybe we could use smooth stones to help us remember things by rubbing them while we study. Or colorful rocks to help us sort our feelings when we're confused.
Wonder waves. Or what if we had friendship rocks? Special stones we give to our best friends to show we care. Like the otter's attachment to its rock, but for showing love instead of cracking shells.
That's absolutely beautiful. The otter teaches us that sometimes the simplest tools become the most precious. It's not about having the fanciest gadget, it's about finding what works perfectly for you.
My brain just hit the jackpot with that wisdom. The otter doesn't need a smartphone or a computer. Just one perfect rock and unlimited ocean snacks. Sometimes simple really is best.
And think about this. The otter never loses its rock. It keeps it safe in that special pocket. What if we took better care of our favorite things the way otters protect their precious stones?
That's thinkalicious advice. Instead of losing our favorite erasers or forgetting our special pens, We could be more like careful otters. Treasure what works, protect what helps us, cherish what makes life easier.
Exactly. But here's something funny. Imagine if otters collected rocks just for fun, not for cracking shells. Would they have rock museums floating on the ocean? Otter art galleries made of seaweed and stones?
Ha 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 ha. The Otter Museum of Fine Rocks, with different exhibits, smooth stones through the ages, and abstract pebbles of the Pacific. Little otter tour guides with tiny museum badges.
That's hilarious, but it makes me think. Humans do collect rocks just for beauty. We have rock gardens, crystal collections, even painted rocks that people hide for others to find. Maybe we're not so different from otters after all.
Idea explosion. Humans and otters are both rock enthusiasts. The difference is otters are practical rock users, while humans are artistic rock appreciators. We're like cousins in the grand family of stone lovers.
That's a wonderful way to put it, Pia. And maybe that's the real lesson from our otter friends. Whether we use tools for survival or for joy, the important thing is finding what speaks to us personally.
My curiosity engine is purring with satisfaction. Every otter has its perfect rock, just like every person has their perfect way of doing things. We're all unique tool users in this big, wonderful world.
Brain-tastic wisdom. Pia, so whether you're an otter with an armpit rock collection or a human with a favorite thinking pencil, you're part of the amazing tradition of creatures who use tools to make life better.
And speaking of making life better, here's a fun challenge for our listeners. This week, try to notice 3 tools that make your day easier. Maybe it's your favorite spoon or your coziest blanket for thinking time.
Excellent thinking homework. And if you find a special rock this week, maybe while walking in your yard or at the park, hold it in your palm and imagine all the amazing otter adventures it might inspire.
Think-alicious. Who knows? Your special rock might become your favorite fidget stone for math problems, or your worry-chasing stone when you feel nervous, or your gratitude stone to hold when you count your blessings.
And remember, just like every otter chooses its own perfect rock, every human gets to choose their own perfect tools for life. There's no wrong way to be uniquely, wonderfully you.
My brain is doing somersaults with joy thinking about all the creative tool users listening right now. You might become inventors, artists, builders, or maybe even marine biologists who study otter behavior.
Before we float away like happy otters, let's do our thinking treasure recap. Pia, what was your favorite discovery about our rock-collecting ocean friends?
Oh, Ben, I absolutely loved learning that otters form emotional bonds with their tools. It shows that even practical things can become precious when they help us succeed. What treasured thought will you carry away?
I'm amazed by how otters teach us that the best tool isn't the fanciest one. It's the one that fits perfectly with who you are and what you need to accomplish. Simple can be spectacular.
And I'll never forget that otters have been rocking their stone tools for millions of years. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways, and tradition can be both practical and beautiful.
To all you brilliant little thinkers out there, remember that you're part of an amazing family of tool users, from ancient otters to future inventors. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep finding your own perfect tools for life.
Until our next thinking adventure, stay curious, stay creative, and maybe, just maybe, keep an eye out for your own special thinking rock. Thanks for exploring the wonderful world of otter wisdom with us, little thinkers.
Kaboom! Another brain-tastic journey complete. Remember, your mind is the most amazing tool of all, and every question you ask makes it stronger and more wonderful. Keep thinking, keep wondering, and keep being absolutely amazing.